In December 2019, my husband Ramsey and I visited Lebanon with his mum Jane and one of his sisters Marie. We stayed with family, his uncle Emile, auntie Georgina and cousin Joan, in their home in the mountains of Lebanon. Ramsey's family used to go to Lebanon every year to visit their grandmother because Ramsey's dad, or Pops as he called him, was Lebanese. Neither Ramsey, Marie nor Jane had been to Lebanon in over 15 years. This trip was a chance for Ramsey, Jane and Marie to revisit old haunts and recollect memories they had of Pops who died in 2014. I was excited to visit for the first time, to share in some family memories, eat some delicious food, and visit the beautiful ancient sites of Lebanon. On our first day, we did exactly this. We went up the Téléphérique du Liban, a cable car that transports you up to see the most spectacular view from the top of the Lady of Lebanon statue. It was exactly what I hoped for.
Oh Lord!
Oh my gosh!
They've got the buildings.
That.
Go past.
We just climbed right up to the top to get what is known as the most beautiful view of Lebanon, because we have the Lady of Lebanon right here. After a hair-raising trip back down the Téléphérique, we stopped off at a place that brought back a lot of memories for Ramsey. Where are we, Ram?
So we're at Aquamarina. We used to come here when we were
Yeah?
younger,
How long ago was that?
20 years ago.
Wow. And
Yeah.
what do you remember?
I remember this pool. I remember there was a a lifeguard called Sandy.
Sandy.
We used to come up here and we used to have shish taout.
What's that?
It's like a grilled meat and in a wrap.
How are you feeling right now, Ram?
I just remember it all that, you know. It brings back memories. What's down there? I don't know.
It was eerily quiet visiting in December, and it's sad to think about the impact lockdown will have had on places like this, and Lebanon as a whole. Even at the time of our visit, the country was in a precarious state, with protests against government corruption springing up across Beirut.
And we used to go all the way down. I just used to go up and down, up and down. So we'd go around, and then there's this beautiful beach, and this is where Sandy must have been.
We didn't spend masses of time in Beirut because of the unrest, but we did go in for a day. We visited a Lebanese shopping mall, saw sights despite the less than ideal weather, and enjoyed a delicious meal. We didn't know it at the time, but it's sobering to realise that we would have driven right past what was to be the scene of utter devastation months later. It's believed that over 200 people died, 7,000 were injured, and over 300,000 left homeless when ammonium nitrate ignited and caused a huge explosion at the port of Beirut on the 4th of August 2020. Which was incidentally mine and Ramsey's second wedding anniversary. On our visit to Lebanon 6 months before this horror, I had arrived with the intention to visit some of Lebanon's most exquisite destinations. The city of Tyre, where it's said that Jesus healed a sick child. And Baalbek, the World Heritage Site, amongst other places. However, Sadly, our host, Uncle Emil, Pops' brother, who knows the country a lot better than we do, strongly advised us against going too far south because tensions can be higher down there. So we mostly stayed north. And honestly, there was no shortage of beauty to see there.
Byblos is one of the eldest cities in the Middle East. Still people live in. And you will see this building, you will see this castle. It's Roman from 2,000 years ago. But actually they find stones in Byblos from 7,000 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
7,000?
Very old city, yeah.
One of the most beautiful northern places we visited was Byblos, which was my favourite day of the trip. The castle at Byblos is an archaeological site where evidence of 17 different civilizations has been found. This goes to show how valuable and strategically placed Byblos was in the ancient world. It was a key port, and it's said that the Latin, Greek and Arabic alphabets originated from Byblos. There was also a beautiful souk, or market, which we visited to buy a few Christmas presents, and of course, another delicious meal.
Consider 8 pictures inside different. From Lebanon, it will be $3 or $5.
Can I buy you one for your school National Day costume, national costume? This is nice. See?
So Ram, you're half Lebanese, half English,
Thank you.
but you grew up in England. How does it feel when you come back to Lebanon?
Hot.
Hot.
Yeah, it's good. I remember Pops, being here with Pops, and a lot of the people, a lot of the mannerisms remind me of him.
And so, your dad died 5 years ago. This is the first time you've been back without him. What's it like?
Yeah. I think being able to take things on, on my own terms, rather than just saying it to my dad. I think there's partially something about remembering Pops and what his favourite things to do were, where he liked to go. And so that's been a large part of it.
I may have mentioned it once or twice already, but a key part of the trip really was trying lots of delicious Lebanese food. Lebanese cuisine is of course enjoyed the world over, but you won't find it quite so good anywhere outside the country itself.
About 2.5 hours might be a good idea.
Because we like to eat it warm.
I feel like we're
Not
at the beginning phase of our meal.
Yes, thank you.
Only the beginning. Ramsey, would you like some more?
As my father used to say, I would like some more, but yeah.
What is it?
This one is amazing.
I'll try it.
All of them are good.
Where we were staying in Lebanon was less than an hour's drive, both from the coast and also the Lebanese ski slopes at Faraya, where Arabic elites flock every winter. Uncle Emil took us up to see the slopes on our final day in Lebanon, but it wasn't quite the right time of year for skiing yet, sadly. We were sad to reach the final day of our trip, one where we were up and out of the house by 5 a.m. to get to the airport in time. We had a final breakfast and enjoyed the sunrise before boarding. I really hope to be able to come back to Lebanon again soon. This country has so much to offer. Its rich history, its unique cultural identity sitting on the cusp of East and West, almost feeling like the centre of the world, as well as its delicious food and stunning sights. Not only for these reasons, but also because of the family ties and the history Ramsey has with this beautiful land. We're praying for the political and economic situation to stabilise, for the good of the Lebanese people, and so that it can once again welcome the visitors it so justifiably deserves.